Imagine this for a moment. Every year, countless SUV owners are quietly burning nearly $10,000 just to keep their vehicles from breaking down. It sounds like financial horror fiction, but it's the brutal truth. But here's the twist. A handful of SUVs are almost impossible to kill. These machines rack up 400,000, even 500,000 miles with nothing more than basic oil changes and cheap routine maintenance. In today's video, I'm revealing 9 SUVs that are practically indestructible, the ones that can save your wallet from brutal repair bills, soaring insurance costs, and painful depreciation. And more importantly, I'll tell you exactly when an extended warranty is a smart move, and when it's just an expensive trap. And by the end of the video, brace yourself. I'm calling out 2 SUVs that can drain your bank account faster than a bad trading decision. If you want an SUV you can buy once and drive into old age, don't look away. But here's where things get even more intense. The SUV market isn't the steady, predictable landscape most buyers think it is. Behind the polished ads, dealership smiles, there's a brutal reality unfolding. Engines that fail without warning, transmissions that collapse before 100,000 miles, repair bills so shocking they can wipe out a family's savings overnight. And the craziest part? Most drivers have no idea which SUVs are ticking time bombs and which ones are built to survive a decade of hard use. That's why this breakdown matters. Because if you choose wrong, you're not just buying a car. You're signing up for years of financial damage. So let's peel back the curtain, expose what the industry doesn't want you to know. Coming in at number 9 is a model that quietly changed the entire SUV market, the Subaru Outback. Back in the 90s, when wagons were considered dull and outdated, Subaru did something bold. They added rugged body protection, paired it with their legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive system, and suddenly families had a vehicle that could handle snowstorms, gravel roads, and long commutes without hesitation. But here's what truly matters for anyone buying a used SUV today. Outbacks regularly push past 200,000 miles with nothing more than basic oil changes and brake service. I've personally seen well-maintained units climb past 300,000, and even mechanics admit these vehicles practically avoid repair shops altogether. Insurance companies favor them as well. The top Safety Pick Plus rating from IHS isn't just a badge, it's a monthly discount on your premium. You're saving money every month and avoiding expensive surprises. And while the base 2.5L Boxer isn't built for speed, the 2.4L Turbo delivers 260 horsepower without sacrificing Subaru's long-term durability. What makes it even more compelling is this. While other brands charge extra for all-wheel drive, Subaru gives it to you standard, creating consistency, stability, and fewer mechanical headaches in the long run. If you're shopping used, the 2020 model year is the sweet spot. Updated technology, modern safety systems, and reliability that won't quietly drain your retirement account. Sliding into number 8 is the Toyota RAV4, the SUV that dominates the American market year after year. And trust me, its success isn't luck. Toyota perfected a recipe that buyers desperately want. Effortless driving, a bulletproof chassis, and an engine that feels like it was engineered to survive long after competing models begin falling apart. What truly shocks me is this. Well-maintained RAV4s routinely push 300,000 miles without a single major failure. I've seen 2010 models still running their original drivetrain like it's nothing. And because Toyota has earned such a fierce reputation for longevity, the RAV4 holds its value better than almost anything in its class. Many used models even sell for prices frighteningly close to a brand new Honda or Ford. That's the kind of depreciation protection most SUVs could only dream of. Yes, the newer 2.5L four-cylinder isn't built to thrill your adrenaline, but financially, it's a powerhouse. You're saving money through reliability, and you're saving money again the moment you resell it. And here's the mindset shift buyers need to hear. A RAV4 isn't just a reliable SUV, it's an asset. While other cars lose half their value the moment you leave the dealership, the RAV4 behaves more like a long-term savings bond. You drive it, use it, put miles on it, and years later, you still walk away with a strong return. And this is where the Acura RDX becomes a dangerously smart choice. The kind of SUV that makes you question why anyone would willingly overspend on German luxury. You're essentially getting Honda's legendary long-term reliability, wrapped in a premium package that looks, feels, and drives like it belongs in a completely different price bracket. But the real shock comes when you compare it to the market. A used RDX delivering leather comfort, rock-solid engineering, and top-tier features can cost less than a basic Toyota RAV4. And yet, it gives you the space, refinement, and build quality of a true luxury model. Most buyers never realize how rare that value equation is until after they've bought the wrong SUV. And when owners are consistently reporting 150,000 miles of trouble-free driving, it becomes obvious. This isn't just a safe purchase, it's a strategic investment in peace of mind. Try achieving that with a BMW X3 without bracing for a multi-thousand-dollar repair at some point. But here's the twist that almost no one talks about. Because the RDX carries a luxury badge, some insurance providers actually classify it differently, meaning you could end up paying less than you would for a brand new Ford Escape or Chevy Equinox. Think about that for a second. Real luxury, real comfort, real durability, at the running cost of an economy SUV. If you're the kind of buyer who wants confidence, refinement, and long-term financial protection, the RDX isn't just a smart option. It might be the smartest choice in this entire list. And this is where the Hyundai Santa Fe becomes far more important than most shoppers realize. In a market filled with SUVs that look great on paper but fall apart in real ownership, the Santa Fe stands out as a rare combination of low cost, long-term protection, and real-world durability. That 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty isn't just a selling point. It's Hyundai putting its money where its mouth is, something many competitors would never dare to offer. For older buyers or anyone planning to keep a vehicle long-term, that kind of built-in safety net is priceless. You're not gambling on repair bills. You're not waking up worried about a transmission failure. You're driving an SUV that's designed to go the distance without draining your savings. What makes it even more compelling is how consistently owners report crossing past 200,000 miles with nothing more than basic wear and tear maintenance. Add in respectable fuel economy, rising resale values, and insurance rates that undercut brands like Jeep and Volkswagen, and you start to see the bigger picture. The Santa Fe isn't just an affordable SUV, it's one of the most financially responsible decisions you can make. For anyone who wants dependability without the anxiety or the premium price tag, this one deserves a serious look. Landing at number 5 is a true giant among luxury SUVs, the Lexus LX. Don't let the chrome badge and quiet cabin fool you. Beneath all that refinement sits the heart of Toyota Land Cruiser, a vehicle so famously overbuilt that entire regions of Africa and the Middle East rely on it the way others rely on electricity. These machines aren't just durable, they're known to cross 400,000 to 500,000 miles, with some international examples pushing well past the million-mile mark. The LX takes that unstoppable reputation and wraps it a luxury package that's nearly unmatched. Yes, it drinks fuel. Expect 15 to 17 mpg. But the trade-off is jaw-dropping reliability that makes many German competitors feel delicate by comparison. While a G-Wagon can serve you a 20,500 repair bill without blinking, the LX often asks for nothing more than routine fluid changes and scheduled maintenance. And here's what really blows buyers away. These things barely depreciate. Pre-owned LX models command shocking prices because people know one simple truth. Once you buy an LX, you never need to shop for another SUV again. If your goal is the perfect blend of luxury, longevity, long-term value retention, this is close to bulletproof as the luxury segment gets. Quick pause. If you've been enjoying this breakdown, go ahead and hit that like button. And stay with me, because the next SUV completely reshapes what most people think they know about Japanese engineering. And here's where things get exciting, because sliding into the number 4 spot is a model that consistently shocks buyers with how long it actually lasts. The Mazda CX-5. This SUV proves you don't have to sacrifice reliability just to get something stylish. While most compact SUVs feel like bland appliances, the CX-5 is one of the few that genuinely drives like a vehicle you'll enjoy owning. Crisp steering, athletic styling, and the durability to push beyond 200,000 miles when cared for properly. One of its biggest advantages is hidden in the drivetrain. While many competitors rely on CVTs and saddle owners with unpredictable long-term repair costs, Mazda sticks to a true 6-speed automatic. It's smoother, stronger, and far more reliable than many of the transmissions used by its rivals, potentially saving you thousands over the life of the vehicle. RepairPal rates it a stellar 4.5 out of 5, and real owners echo that confidence. Yes, the interior isn't as spacious as a RAV4 or CR-V, but what you get in return is a more premium feel and a driving experience that stands out in a crowded segment. From a financial perspective, the CX-5 is a smart, calculated play. Strong resale value, predictable maintenance costs, and a reputation for reliability that's earned, not advertised. Coming in at number 3 is the Subaru Forester, a compact SUV with a reputation so strong it borders on indestructible. Consumer reports giving it a stunning 98 out of 100 for reliability isn't just impressive. It's almost unheard of in the automotive world. That alone tells you this isn't just another family SUV, it's a long-term investment in peace of mind. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Subaru's CVT. Yes, a decade ago it had problems, and those stories still float around today. But here's what most people miss. Subaru actually fixed the issue. Stick to a 30,000-mile fluid change interval, and the Forester's CVT becomes remarkably dependable, delivering smooth performance year after year. Real-world owners routinely take these vehicles well beyond 200,000 miles. And thanks to Subaru's fiercely loyal customer base, resale values remain among the strongest in the segment. When it's time to upgrade, Forester owners consistently walk away with far more money than drivers of Nissan or Ford equivalents. Combine that with full-time all-wheel drive, top-tier safety scores, and fuel economy that often beats bigger mid-size SUVs, and you're looking at one of the smartest, safest, most financially solid SUV purchases you can make today. And this is exactly why the Honda CR-V sits so dangerously close to the top of this list. It doesn't just rival the RAV4. In many ways, it finally surpasses it. Honda managed to create an SUV that feels sharper on the road, comes with stronger safety tech right out of the gate, still delivers fuel economy numbers that embarrass half the competition. Hitting 30 mpg combined in a practical family SUV is no small achievement. But what truly separates the CR-V from the rest of the pack is unbelievable longevity. Some of those early 2000s models creeping toward 500,000 miles aren't unicorns. They're proof of just how over-engineered these vehicles really are. 500,000 miles without major rebuild? That's not reliability. That's engineering discipline at completely different level. Insurance companies reward that consistency too. With its IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus rating, the CR-V often costs less to insure than SUVs with far fewer problems on their record. That's monthly savings that add up year after year. And when it comes time to sell, Honda's reputation quietly works in your favor. The CR-V holds its value so well that owners routinely walk away with far more cash than drivers of competing models. In a world where practical usually means plain, the CR-V breaks the rule. It's safe, efficient, incredibly durable, and built with the kind of longevity most buyers don't even realize they need until it's too late. And that brings us to number 1. The Honda HR-V, a compact SUV that proves you don't need size or flash to achieve legendary durability. This is the kind of vehicle that quietly earns your trust mile after mile. Don't let its smaller footprint fool you. The HR-V is one of the toughest, most dependable small SUVs Honda has ever built. Owners consistently report 150,000 to 200,000 miles with almost no major repairs. And its compact design means even better fuel economy than the CR-V, reaching up to 34 mpg on the highway. Pair that with Honda's top-tier safety engineering, and you get a vehicle that protects both your family and your finances. Insurance companies love too. With low repair costs, strong safety scores, premiums stay low, turning the HR-V into one of the most affordable long-term SUV ownership experiences available today. No, it's not built for raw power, but for commuters, small families, and drivers who value reliability above ego, the HR-V is incredibly hard to beat. Just like its bigger sibling, resale value stays impressively strong, meaning when you eventually upgrade, you won't get crushed by depreciation. This is the kind of SUV that simply makes sense: efficient, safe, durable, engineered to outlast expectations. If you want a small SUV that won't punish your wallet, will stay dependable for years to come, this one sits at the top for a reason. Yes, it's iconic. Yes, it looks incredible. But popularity has nothing to do with reliability. Recent Wranglers have been plagued with issues that turn ownership into a financial nightmare. We're talking about recurring electrical faults, oil leaks, suspension problems, and of course, the notorious death wobble, that terrifying shake that happens after hitting a bump. That's not character, that's a safety concern. And speaking of safety, crash test results haven't been kind. With marginal IIHS scores, insurance companies charge a premium, and not the good kind. Unless your hobby is fixing your SUV every weekend, the Wrangler is one adventure you should skip at the dealership. On paper, it looked perfect. Big interior, modern tech, stylish design. But beneath the surface, things unraveled quickly. The worst offender? The transmission. Owners reported rough shifting, hesitation, and complete failures, sometimes well before 100,000 miles. Repairs can reach $3,000 or more, and replacements aren't always a permanent cure. Add water pump failures, electrical problems, and a string of recalls, and the family-friendly Explorer became one of the most frustrating SUVs to maintain. Even insurance companies picked up on the trend, raising premiums due to higher claim rates and inconsistent crash test results. Bottom line? Buy the wrong model year and you'll spend more time in mechanic shops than you will behind the wheel. At the end of the day, the smartest SUV isn't the one with the biggest engine or the flashiest badge. It's the one that protects you quietly every single day. The one that stays out of the repair shop, shields you with top-tier safety ratings, keeps your insurance costs down, and still holds remarkable value a decade or even 2 decades later. That's why the real winners on this list aren't just machines. They're long-term financial decisions. A dependable SUV can easily save you tens of thousands of dollars over its lifetime. Fewer breakdowns, lower maintenance costs, cheaper insurance, and strong resale value all stacked together in your favor. Meanwhile, an unreliable SUV drains more than your wallet. It eats your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. Every unexpected noise becomes a question mark. Every dashboard warning becomes a stress trigger. And eventually, driving stops feeling like freedom and starts feeling like a burden. But here's the part most drivers never realize. The money you save by choosing the right SUV today could actually pay for your next car tomorrow. That's how powerful reliability really is. It compounds. It pays you back, mile after mile, year after year. And beyond the numbers, there's something bigger. Freedom. Freedom to start your day without wondering if your car will cooperate. Freedom to take the family on a road trip without fear of an unexpected breakdown. Freedom to step into retirement knowing your vehicle will carry you there without falling apart along the way. So let me ask you this. Which SUV would you trust to stay with you for the next 10, maybe even 20 years? Drop your choice in the comments. I genuinely want to hear what you would bet your future on. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button. More insights, more money-saving guidance, and more smart buying strategies are on the way. So you never get blindsided by another expensive repair again.